Marcus Webb learned he could run in the dark when the lights went out. Not metaphorically. Literally. The power grid failed across 6 city blocks in Detroit. 2 a.m. No warning. No backup generators. Just sudden, complete darkness. Marcus was walking home from his night shift at the automotive plant. 3rd shift quality control. 12-hour days. Barely enough to cover rent and child support. The blackout hit and the world disappeared. No streetlights. No house lights. No phone screens because everyone's batteries were dead or dying. Just pure, absolute darkness. The kind you can't see your hand in front of your face. Most people stopped walking, stood still, waited for their eyes to adjust or for someone to turn on a light. Marcus started running. He didn't plan it, didn't think about it. His body just moved. 1 step, then another, then faster, then impossibly fast. He couldn't see anything, but he didn't need to. His body knew where everything was. Could sense the parked cars, the fire hydrants, the telephone poles, the people frozen in place. Marcus ran 6 blocks in what felt like 30 seconds. Dodged every obstacle without seeing them. Moved through the darkness like it was his natural environment. When the emergency lights kicked on, Marcus was standing outside his apartment building, breathing hard, his legs burning, his mind trying to process what had just happened. He'd just run faster than any human should be able to run. In complete darkness. Without hitting anything. Marcus spent the next week testing it. He learned the rules fast. The speed only worked in total darkness. Not dim light. Not shadows. Complete absence of light. If he could see anything at all, even vague shapes, the ability didn't activate. The maximum speed was around 70 miles per hour. Faster than any human sprinter. Faster than most cars on city streets. He tested it in an abandoned warehouse with all the lights off and windows covered. The spatial awareness was automatic. When the ability was active, Marcus could sense his environment perfectly. Objects, walls, people, all of it mapped in his mind without vision. But the range was limited, maybe 100 feet. Beyond that, it was just void. And the ability came with a cost. His eyes. When he used the speed in darkness, his pupils dilated to maximum. When light returned, the adjustment was painful. Blinding. He'd be functionally blind for 30 seconds to a minute until his eyes recalibrated. Marcus told no one. Because what would he say? That he was useless in daylight but superhuman in the dark? That he'd accidentally become the world's most situational speedster? They'd laugh. Or worse, they'd try to use him. Marcus Webb was 38 years old. Divorced. 2 kids he saw every other weekend. Living in a studio apartment in a neighborhood where gunshots were background noise. He'd grown up in Detroit. Watched the city collapse around him. Watched factories close. Watched neighborhoods empty. Watched opportunity disappear like smoke. The plant job was the best he could do. $12 an hour. No benefits. No future. Just a paycheck that covered bills and nothing else. The ability should have changed things. Should have given him options. Opportunities. A way out. Instead, it just made him aware of how useless superhuman speed was when you had nowhere to go. The first time Marcus used it for something that mattered was 3 months after the blackout. His daughter Emma called. Crying. Her mother's boyfriend was drunk. Threatening. Emma had locked herself in the bathroom, but she could hear him kicking the door. Dad, please. I don't know what to do. Marcus was across town. 20-minute drive. Maybe less if he ran every red light. But it was 11 p.m. And the city had rolling blackouts. Scheduled power cuts to manage the failing grid. Marcus checked the blackout schedule. Emma's neighborhood was going dark in 8 minutes. Emma, listen to me. Stay in the bathroom. Lock the door. Don't come out until I get there. I'm coming right now. He grabbed his keys. Drove toward his ex-wife's house. Faster than safe. The blackout hit when he was still 10 minutes away. Marcus pulled over. Got out of his car. Waited for his eyes to adjust to the darkness. Then he ran. 70 miles per hour through pitch-black streets. Dodging cars. Jumping curbs. Moving faster than thought. He covered 6 miles in maybe 4 minutes. Arrived at the house while his ex-wife's boyfriend was still trying to break down the bathroom door. Marcus hit him from behind. Full speed. Linebacker tackle. The boyfriend went down hard. Stayed down. Marcus pounded on the bathroom door. It's Dad. You're safe. Come out. She opened the door. Threw herself at him. Shaking. How did you get here so fast? I drove fast. Really fast. Come on, we're leaving. He got Em out. Called 911 from a neighbor's house. Waited until the cops arrived and arrested the boyfriend. His ex-wife showed up an hour later. Drunk. Defensive. Blaming Marcus for overreacting. Marcus didn't care. Emma was safe. That was all that mattered. And for the first time since the ability manifested, Marcus felt like it was useful for something beyond novelty. Word spread. Not about the ability. About Marcus showing up impossibly fast. Emma told her friends. Her friends told their parents. Within a week, 3 different people in the neighborhood approached Marcus. I heard you help people. People in trouble. Marcus tried to deflect. I just helped my daughter. That's it. But they kept asking. And the blackouts kept happening. And people kept getting hurt in the darkness. Detroit's power grid was failing. The city couldn't afford repairs. Rolling blackouts were becoming daily occurrences. Sometimes lasting hours. Crime spiked during the outages. Robberies. Assaults. Worse. Because criminals knew the cops couldn't respond quickly in total darkness. But Marcus could. He started listening to police scanners during blackouts. Following the calls. Showing up before the cops. Stopping things before they escalated. A mugging in progress. Marcus arrived in 90 seconds. Tackled the mugger. Held him until the lights came back on and the cops arrived. A home invasion. Marcus got there before the intruders reached the bedroom. 3 guys. He took them all down in the dark. They never saw him coming. A car accident. Vehicle flipped in an intersection. Driver trapped. Marcus pulled him out seconds before the gas tank ignited. He became a ghost. The presence people felt but never saw. Someone who appeared in the darkness and disappeared when the lights returned. The news started calling him the Blackout Guardian. Marcus hated the name. But he kept doing it anyway. The FBI noticed after 6 months. Agent Wilson showed up at Marcus's apartment on a Tuesday morning. Mr. Webb. I'm Agent Wilson. FBI. I'd like to talk to you about your activities during power outages. Marcus's stomach dropped. I don't know what you're talking about. You've been involved in 17 incidents over the past 6 months. Stopped muggings. Prevented assaults. Saved lives. All during blackouts. All in complete darkness. All before first responders could arrive. I was just in the right place at the right time. 17 times? I'm lucky. Wilson smiled. You're not lucky. You're fast. Impossibly fast. But only when you can't see. Which is a hell of a limitation but also makes you uniquely valuable. Marcus didn't respond. Wilson pulled out a folder. We've been tracking minimal expressions for 5 years. People with narrow abilities. You're one of them. And we have a program. Close call unit. We could use someone who can operate in total darkness. I'm not interested. Why not? Because I have a job. A life. I'm not abandoning that to work for the government. You're already working nights. Already helping people. We just make it official. Give you resources. Training. Support. And pay you better than $12 an hour. Marcus wanted to say no. Wanted to keep his head down. Stay invisible. But Wilson had a point. He was already doing this. Already risking himself. Already using the ability. Maybe it was time to make it count. The training was different from what Marcus expected. Not physical. He was already fast. Already strong. Already knew how to move in darkness. The training was tactical. Navigation. Communication. Threat assessment. How to work with a team when he was the only one who could see in the dark. He learned to wear night vision goggles on his forehead. When the lights went out, he'd flip them up. Useless to him but helpful for his team to see where he was pointing or what he was indicating. He learned hand signals, radio protocols, emergency procedures, and he learned about the other operatives. Derek with his 3 seconds. Ethan who saw death coming. Marcus Kane who healed during sleep. Ray who couldn't feel heat. James who could stop his heart. All of them broken in small ways. All of them useful in specific circumstances. Marcus fit right in. His first official mission was a hostage situation. Bank robbery. 4 gunmen. 12 hostages. The robbers had cut the power to prevent police surveillance. Big mistake. Total darkness was Marcus's playground. He went in through a ventilation shaft. Dropped into the main floor. The robbers had flashlights. Scanning. Trying to maintain control. But Marcus was faster. He moved through the darkness. Disarmed the first gunman before he could react. Took his weapon. Moved to the second. The robbers started firing. But panicked. Shooting at sounds. Marcus was already past them. Taking down the third. The fourth. 45 seconds. 4 gunmen neutralized. 0 hostages injured. When the power came back on, Marcus was standing in the corner wearing his night vision goggles flipped up. The hostages were staring at him like he'd appeared from nowhere. Which, from their perspective, he had. Over the next year, Marcus ran 23 missions. All of them during darkness. All of them using his speed. All of them successful. He infiltrated a compound in rural Montana. No electricity. Perfect conditions. Extracted a kidnapping victim without the captors ever knowing he was there. He stopped an arms deal in a blacked-out warehouse. Moved through 70 armed men faster than they could track. Disabled their vehicles. Stole their weapons. Vanished before they could organize. He prevented an assassination during a planned power outage in Washington, D.C. The target was a senator. The assassins had timed it perfectly. But they hadn't counted on someone who could move 70 miles per hour in complete darkness. Marcus became the unit's primary operator for zero-light scenarios. Irreplaceable. Invaluable. His ex-wife barely noticed he was gone. His kids got used to him missing weekends. His plant job let him go after too many absences. Marcus told himself it was worth it. He was saving lives. Making a difference. Using his ability for something meaningful. But the cost was adding up. The breaking point came during a mission in Somalia. Extraction. American journalists held by militants in a compound with no power. No generators. Perfect darkness. Marcus's job was simple. Get in. Find the hostages. Mark their location. Get out. He went in alone. 70 miles per hour through the compound. Past guards who never saw him. Past checkpoints that couldn't track him. Into the building where the hostages were held. He found them. 3 journalists. Alive but beaten. Tied up in a basement room. Marcus marked the location. Keyed his radio. Targets located. Northeast corner. Basement level. 3 hostiles guarding. The extraction team moved in. Breached. Flashbangs. Gunfire. Then someone threw a flare. Bright white light. Magnesium burn. Illuminating everything. Marcus's pupils were fully dilated. Maximum sensitivity. The flare hit him like acid in his eyes. He went blind instantly. Completely. Couldn't see anything except white-hot pain. He tried to run. Couldn't. Crashed into a wall. Felt vulnerable. One of the militants saw him. Raised his weapon. The extraction team took the shot. Killed the militant. Saved Marcus. But Marcus spent the next 30 minutes functionally blind. Unable to help. Unable to operate. Just a liability his team had to protect. They got the hostages out. Mission success. But Marcus knew the truth. His ability had almost gotten him killed. He told Wilson 3 days later, "I can't do this anymore. You saved 3 lives last week. And I almost died because someone turned on a light. My ability only works in darkness. Any light at all and I'm blind. Helpless. Useless. We can work around that. Better equipment. Better protocols." No, you can't. Because the situations I'm useful in are the same situations where people use lights to see. Flashlights. Flares. Phone screens. Any light source and I'm done. I can't operate like that. Wilson was quiet for a moment. "What do you want to do?" "Go home. Go back to Detroit. Use the ability on my terms. In my city, where I know the terrain and the risks. We need you. You need someone who can operate in darkness. But you also need someone who won't become a liability the second someone strikes a match. That's not me. Wilson nodded slowly. We'll process your discharge. Full benefits. Medical coverage. Pension. Thanks. For what it's worth, you were exceptional. Fastest operator we've ever had. Marcus didn't respond. Being the fastest in the dark didn't mean much when the world was built for light. Marcus returned to Detroit 6 weeks later. The power grid had gotten worse. Blackouts were daily now, sometimes lasting 8 hours. The city was learning to function in darkness. And Marcus was there to help. He started small. Neighborhood patrol. Listening for trouble. Responding when he could. No official capacity. Just a guy who could move fast when the lights went out. He stopped a carjacking. Prevented a sexual assault. Saved a kid who'd fallen into an open manhole during a blackout. Small things. Local things. Things that mattered to the people around him. Emma was proud. Told her friends her dad was a hero. Marcus tried to downplay it, but she wouldn't let him. You save people, Dad. That's what heroes do. Heroes have powers that work all the time. Mine only works half the time. That's what makes it more impressive. You help people even though you can only do it in the dark. Most people wouldn't bother. Marcus hugged her. When did you get so smart? I learned from you. 2 years after leaving the close call unit, Marcus was still running. The blackouts had become permanent in some parts of Detroit. The city couldn't afford repairs. Couldn't maintain the grid. Whole neighborhoods were dark 20 hours a day. Marcus moved to one of those neighborhoods. Set up a small apartment. Minimal furniture. Minimal belongings. Maximum mobility. He became known. The guy you called when things went wrong in the dark. The guy who'd show up impossibly fast and fix problems the cops couldn't reach. The news still called him the Blackout Guardian. Marcus stopped fighting it. Let them have their name. As long as the work got done. He couldn't save everyone. The city was too big. Too broken. Too many problems. But he saved who he could. When he could. In the darkness that had become his element. His ex-wife remarried. Moved to the suburbs. Better schools. Better neighborhood. Better power reliability. Emma visited every weekend. Brought her younger brother. They'd eat dinner with Marcus by candlelight because his apartment was in permanent blackout. Don't you wish you could see more? His son asked once. Sometimes, Marcus admitted. But I can do more in the dark than most people can do in the light. So I work with what I've got. That's cool. It's practical. Cool would be if it worked all the time. No. Cool is doing it anyway even when it doesn't. Marcus smiled. His kids understood. That was enough. The call came on a Tuesday night. Hospital. St. Vincent's. Downtown Detroit. Power failure. Emergency generators failed. Complete blackout. 200 patients. No backup power. No way to maintain life support or surgical equipment. The ambulances couldn't navigate in the darkness. The streets were chaos. The hospital was 40 minutes away by car. Marcus was there in 6 minutes. He found the charge nurse in the ER. What do you need? Generators. We have backup units in the basement, but we can't get them upstairs. The elevators are down. The stairwells are pitch black. We need light. I don't need light. Tell me what to move and where to move it. The nurse stared at him. Are you serious? I'm the Blackout Guardian. This is what I do. It took Marcus 12 trips. Hauling generators up 4 flights of stairs. Each unit weighed 200 pounds. He moved them at 70 miles per hour through complete darkness. By the time the emergency crews arrived with their lights and equipment, Marcus had already restored partial power to the critical care wing. 6 patients survived who wouldn't have. Ventilators kept running. Dialysis machines kept functioning. Operating rooms maintained sterility. The hospital administrator tried to thank him. Marcus was already gone. Back to his apartment. Back to the darkness. Back to waiting for the next crisis. Marcus Webb is 41 now. 3 years since he left the close call unit. 5 years since the ability manifested. 5 years of running in darkness. He still can't run in daylight. Still goes blind when lights suddenly turn on. Still operates in a narrow window of usefulness. But he's learned to be okay with that. Because the city needs someone who can move in the dark. Someone who can respond when everyone else is blind and helpless. And Marcus can be that person. Not a superhero. Not a legend. Just a guy with a weird ability who decided to use it locally. Specifically, where it could make the most difference. He sees Emma every weekend. His son every other. They've accepted that their dad is different. Special. Limited but valuable. His ex-wife doesn't understand. Never will. That's fine. Marcus stopped needing her approval years ago. The blackouts continue. Getting worse. The city is dying slowly. Losing power block by block. Year by year. Marcus runs faster every time the lights go out. He could run faster than any human. But only in total darkness. Which meant he was useless in the daytime world. But invaluable in the darkness that was consuming his city. He'd chosen to stay. To help. To run when others stood still. Not because he was brave. Because he was the only one who could. And sometimes that's what heroism is. Not saving everyone. Not being useful all the time. Not having powers that work everywhere. Just showing up in the darkness. And running faster than the problems chasing you. Marcus Webb could run faster than any human. But only in total darkness. And in a city where the lights were always going out, that was enough. Some abilities save the world. Some just save the neighborhood. His did the latter. And that made all the difference.